It's a damn good time.
It's a damn good time. It's a fucking podcast.
I wonder why we both went like low-pitched voices for that, or high-pitched voices for that.
Because we were matching the guitar.
Yeah.
It's a damn good time. Damn good time podcast.
Right here at this break. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a Damn Good Time podcast.
Hit him with it.
Yeah, dude, I got goosebumps. That's, I don't know why.
I hit that guitar riff right there.
It was definitely you and not like that I'm just feeling the song right now.
I meshed well with it. God damn it.
Meshing. I even like a little drum breakout.
Damn good time. Damn good time.
Alright, maybe we should stop karaoke and
Nope. Flip it.
Fade it out.
Intro forever.
Intro forever. And once again, you know, that's Scott Paris. That one's called Get Going.
Get it, Scott.
Look that one up on the internet. There's actually words to it that we didn't come up with. So he's got a better voice than we do and stuff.
Probably better.
He's kind of a professional at it, you know.
Just a little bit better, though.
I mean, I feel like at this point that we could probably consider ourselves professionals. Do you have to get paid to be a professional?
I don't think so. I mean,
It's more about the experience, right?
right.
We've been doing it for over 2 years.
I mean, people are professional, I would say.
Over 2.5 years now, man. We're coming up on 3 years and 4 months, man.
Well, let me think about it. Let's use the terminology of a professional chef, right?
Okay.
I've been called a chef. I never went to culinary school. Never did any of that. I grinded it, but I did make money when I was doing it.
Yes, you were cooking. You were getting paid to cook.
Yeah, and I never considered myself a chef. But everyone's like, "Oh, come on!" I'm like,
You're a fucking chef.
Yeah, I mean, but so I don't know when you are professional at anything.
Well, and also, so, like whenever I graduated culinary school, people were calling me chef. I'm like, well, no, I'm just a fucking line cook, you know? Like, I didn't have that position yet.
Right.
But I mean, if you get a doctorate degree, you're a doctor. You don't have to practice, right?
Yeah, I guess so. If you think of the word professional, right? So, like, let's take a professional football player. They don't become professional until they make it to the NFL, right? So,
right. So, I mean, at that point, case in point, then, would you still consider Colin Kaepernick a professional football player?
Oh, yeah.
At this point in time?
I mean,
I'd say he was.
he was, but I mean, if you were, aren't you still?
I don't know, because I'm still not a professional chef. Well, it's because it's not my profession.
But then he could teach the craft that he was a pro at.
Maybe
right?
that's the thing. It's got to be your profession. So what?
So yeah, I guess at the end of the day, you do need to make money out of it. Yeah. You do need to make it at some point in time. You know, what's the definition of professional?
I don't know. I even spelled it wrong.
Oh, there it is. A paid occupation.
That's
the first part. All right. Yep.
Especially one that involves prolonged training and a formal qualification. We have the prolonged training. We have no formal qualifications, and we do not get paid. So we got 1 out of 3. Ain't bad, man.
I mean, besides some YouTube videos, how to set this shit up. Training. I mean, do you consider training just doing it, right?
Oh, wait a minute. So then the next, the second definition is an act of declaring that one has a particular feeling or quality, especially when this is not the case. So then, yes, we are.
Especially when it's not the case.
So yes, 100%, we are professional podcasters, dude.
It's like,
shit. That's perfect. I'm going to stick with that definition. We're professional.
I'm a professional masturbator.
Yeah.
Because, especially when it's not the case.
But you do have prolonged training.
I do.
You might have been paid once or twice, huh?
I don't think so.
Okay, how much would it take?
Well, in return favors.
Yeah. How much? Let's just kick it off with this weird conversation, with this weird question.
God damn it! I went down.
How much money? How much money would you have to make to have masturbating on camera on the internet be your profession?
Well, I mean,
Let's go faceless first.
for the 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Obviously, you could prolong it, right?
here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna go ahead and suggest is that I don't.
So we're talking OnlyFans money, right?
Yeah,
here,
and correct
right?
me if I'm wrong, because I've never really watched. I guess can't say I've never really watched, but I've never watched jerk off videos. But I imagine you don't want to just sit there for a half an hour watching a guy stroke it. You probably just want to see the end result, right? I mean, I don't understand the allure of it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand the allure of
the flip side of that.
wanting to watch that, but I still feel like the finish is what you're.
You gotta. Well, maybe you gotta put some moves in it, right? You gotta reverse Andes. You gotta.
Well, and I mean, case in point, then let's
You
flip
gotta
it.
use the hot pockets.
Let's flip it. Yeah, throw some food in there. Get a hot pocket in there, but not too hot. You don't want to damage any goods. But let's reverse
Get
that.
your children away right now.
Let's reverse that situation. See you're watching a girl go solo. You don't just watch a half hour of her like not into it.
Well, no, because like I said, 5 minutes is
You want to see that cue at the end of whenever the
right.
whenever that final release happens.
You fast forward into the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we gotta do a little D&D, a little
R&D.
deep diving.
Oh, I thought you wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons. But so okay, back to the original question. Then back to the original question. Yes, say it is that 5 minutes, like you said, faceless. How much money would you have to make to do that for a living?
For a living?
Yeah, like you quit your job. I mean, you'd have to. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to quit your job.
No, I mean for a side hustle,
Side gig. Yeah. Okay, then how much would
I don't know. Give me $100.
$100 a pop, or like $100 a month, or
$100 a day? I don't know.
so $100 for each.
Yeah, maybe.
$100 each video.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
It's a good basis, right? It's
Yeah.
like, hey, get on here for 20 minutes, make $100.
And I don't disagree with you on that. Like
I mean, hopefully you get more, right?
most of the time, I mean, I'm doing it for free most of the time anyway.
Right.
I guess I
So-
can't say most of the time. All the time, I've never been paid.
So I don't care. Just set up a camera on the side.
Yeah.
Now, you bring the face into it, you'd probably want some more money.
Yes.
That would be a catch.
Yeah.
But if it's just the bottoms,
I'd have to be able to purchase my buy my kids nice things to hide the shame
yeah.
that they have in their father, and then all the kids at school making fun of them because their dad jerks off on TV. I'd have to be able to buy their self-respect. I don't know. I mean, it'd have to be a lot of money, and I'd have to leave my family,
Oh boy.
put my face on there,
It's
So then that way, you could be like, that used to be my dad. We don't talk to him anymore,
right.
But then on the side, I'm like, here, I'll still buy you guys PlayStations and shit, I'll still give them money back, but it's like, sorry, I can't be around you guys because I'm bringing shame to the family name here.
Well, that's the way to start it out right there.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, if you think about it, I've seen, you see a lot of it, teacher gets fired from her job because students find her OnlyFans. Or local employer fires this lady because they found out she was naked on camera and shit. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, it's not really something you want to be associated with unless, say, your job is in that market,
Yeah.
But if you're just an accountant, or because then you're just you become a distraction to all the other employees around you.
I mean, if you're rocking hot and you can get somebody to pay you money
Well, then you wouldn't need a job
to
anyway.
do weird things on camera, like I don't know, and make stupid money. 'Cause some
Right.
of those people make absolutely outrageous
Yeah,
money.
and I would even say, like, save it, invest wisely, because
Oh, yeah.
you're not gonna have that body for the rest of your life.
No.
And that could just be, this could be the flash in the pan right now. It could die out, maybe.
And then you got to worry about like stalkers and people figuring out who you are
Yeah.
because they will. They
Yeah.
will. Doesn't matter. They'll figure out who you are, and then they're going to come find you, and then things are going to be bad. So it's a dangerous profession too. In the
Yeah.
same thing, you know.
Right.
I mean, maybe not in the male side, but definitely the female side.
yeah. I don't know. Dudes could still have stalkers, I guess, you know?
Yeah, other dudes.
It'd be other dudes.
Other dudes coming. Hey, Steve.
I
How'd you get on my real name?
could tell from your tattoos.
Yeah. I Googled hard.
I never even put my face in the videos. Well, you got distinguishing tattoos.
But yeah, I mean, that would be scary too.
Yeah.
And then your family finding, because everybody's probably hiding that from
Oh
their
my
family,
God!
right?
Imagine, you know, somebody just sends a random video to your mom, like, "Do you know what your son's doing?" I'm like, "What?" And then they click on it, like, "Oh, Cody!" You know, like, and then your mom has a heart attack and shit. It's like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
And everybody hates you because you killed mom. You know?
Well, I hope not, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to hope. You haven't done it yet. You know? Or have you?
yeah. And then you get found out, and then
That's why you're
the
so
whole
quick.
neighborhood knows, and you got to move.
That's why you're so quick to that $100 mark. You're already doing it, ain't you? You sick son of a bitch.
Well, give them what they want.
The people ask, and I provide.
And what they want is a 38-year-old chubby male,
Yeah. 5 minutes. Of
balding.
it. 5 minutes at a time.
He's going, "Meh." Yeah, no.
Breathing heavy.
Anyways, next.
Next. How's your week going? How you doing? What's up?
Oh man, I tell you, doing good,
Yeah,
doing good. I got a
it's good to hear.
weekend with no wife and kids,
Whoa, batching it up.
so I got to protect my ribs. I
Yeah,
should
yeah,
probably
it's the-
be wearing body armor right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
No,
Oh shit, we were talking about taking boats out of the lake too. Maybe we shouldn't do that this
Yeah.
weekend.
yeah, we got to take the boat.
She
We're
always
talking about
fall off
taking the boats out.
and break your ribs every time she leaves. So
No, I'll be okay. There's not a lot of fun activities going on this weekend.
that's what you
so-
thought the last few times it happened.
Yeah, but the last time it happened was literally just like I'd stepped wrong.
Yeah,
And, well, that's the first time that happened too. So.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, everything's
You
good.
stepped wrong because
Because
you're in party mode.
Yeah, maybe. No, so I'll just be chilling out. I mean, congratulations to the Rottweilers. Just got back from vacation. They're my neighbors. They just got married.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in Florida.
Justin and Randy,
congrats to you
congrats.
guys. So I'll probably hang
They're a
out
cute couple.
with them tonight if they're still up by the time I get back from this. And other than that, you know, just been busy with work, kids. I found out when the wife and kids are gone, I just work more.
Yeah.
Because I was like, hey, Steve, yeah, wife and kids are gone. Friday, I got my meeting up in Cleveland, and I'll come down. I'll get here early. And then I'm like, oh, no, I got to do all this work. And then I got myself caught up on work instead of just like, because I could go home to a quiet house.
Right.
So then I'm just like, just doing a bunch of stuff at work. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Because then you do that work.
And then I'm like, but like my mind was at ease because I'm not worried about the kids. I'm not worried about stuff. I'm not worried about anything else. It's just like,
Right.
oh, no, I can focus on work again. And I'm like, but then what am I doing? I could be having fun right now. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, man. So kind of weird, but
Well, productive.
yeah, productive.
At least you're being productive.
Which is good. I mean, today was a bonus day. I always love bonus days.
Ooh, that
You know,
sounds like a
especially
fun
when you
day.
hit the bonus
Yeah.
and it's maxed out, and then you're like,
Damn, son.
we love that money. So just a good day, really.
Yeah.
Then I came over here. I have a humming noise in my tire. We slapped some tires around real quick. It seems like it's gone,
Did a little rotation.
but I do need 2 new tires. So boom, there goes that bonus.
Yeah. Well, when it rains, whenever it comes in, it goes.
Yeah, which
know.
is good. I mean, you know, you need tires.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tires.
you do need tires.
Tires suck. Why hasn't anybody ever invited? They're starting to make these, you know, run flats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the tire's so primitive, though. It's a rubber thing that we fill with air. Like, come on, can we get some like chain mail, like that we need to replace like once every 10 years or something? by
I
now?
mean, they can make cooler, longer lasting versions of them, but then it's a rougher ride.
Hey, I like it rough.
That's like I know some dudes that have big trucks and they buy big tires for them, and then there's other guys that are like, I don't want to get like the mud tires because I don't like the ride. I'm like, you're in a fucking truck, man. Grow up.
Yeah, you get rough.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
At least that's always been my mentality too. But I bet if you're driving it a lot, you're probably like a nice smooth,
Yeah. Like for me, I drive every day for work. It'd probably be annoying.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's just that hum you were experiencing. It's just that all the time
Yeah.
with mud tires.
yeah. And I'm just like, why is my car making noise? Is it a wheel bearing? Is my wheel bearings out? I gotta replace my whole hub now.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe it's just tires. Let me pull the tire off. And we're like, oh yeah, this tire is like warping on the inside.
Yeah. They were chopping a little bit.
Choppy. So, yeah, that would be annoying. I could see that. But when you got a comfortable car,
Yeah.
who cares about a little noise? Crank that radio up.
Yeah.
Crank that podcast. Crank a damn good time podcast.
Listen to our podcast.
and listen to us loud.
And you'll zone out from all the road noise that your big beefy tires are making,
Yeah. But when you have the fear it's wheel bearing, it's like,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
but yeah, anyways.
Yeah. Anyhow.
So my week, yeah, pretty decent. Nothing crazy. Trying to think if there's anything weird. Oh no, there was a bad accident. Motorcycle went off the road. Didn't find the people in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
My wife saw the immediate aftermath of that when they found him in the morning. She watched him pulling body bags up in the
That
morning.
sucks.
That's really bad.
And he was a local guy that everybody
Yeah.
seems to know. I'm pretty sure. I know the name's familiar, but
Yeah, we won't say his name in respect, but
Right.
very sad.
No,
It's just
yeah,
very
that
sad.
does not sound like a damn good time at all.
No,
but-
so we shouldn't even bring it up on this podcast.
No, it's
but,
fine. But
my wife saw it. I was just like, no. Like, I'm sure they were just like bringing him up in like carry gurneys or something. She's like, no, look at body bags. I'm like, no. And then I drove by later, and like the scene was still there.
Yeah.
like, cops and stuff. And this was like a half hour later. Or something.
and then you see the newspaper report.
yeah. That sucks. Very
Yep.
unfortunate.
Be careful on motorcycles out there.
Yeah, be very careful. Other than that, anything else? Nothing special this week. I know you went on a little trip, didn't you?
Yeah, I went into Arkansas and then drove down to Louisiana.
Arkansas.
I was only there for a little bit, so I didn't really hang out in Arkansas too much. But then Louisiana, I was there for a couple days. It's pretty cool, but I was in like, I don't know. There's some towns that I go to that I think like, I wonder what this was like before COVID,
Right.
because there's like just a lot of closed places and shit in some of these areas, and it's just kind of depressing.
Yeah.
And especially like, so I was in Lafayette and Shreveport, which both seem like they were oil field towns too, and that boom kind of went away.
Like COVID, oil,
Yeah,
hurricanes kind of
Yeah.
wrecked a lot of business.
Yeah.
It always does down there.
but I had some good eats in Louisiana. It was pretty good. I had some catfish. I had gator bites 2 different days in a row.
Nice.
And then the shitty thing is like a lot of the Cajun cooking has crawfish or shrimp in it, so I didn't get any gumbo or etouffee or any of that cool
Yeah.
shit. But I really wanted to. But I did.
crawfish.
And then I had some boudin. It's
Boudin.
boudin. It's spelled Boudin, but I guess you don't pronounce the N, and the I is more of an A. So boudin.
Boudin.
And that was really good. It's a sausage, and it's got the Cajun spices in it, and then there's also like a rice filler in there. That
Okay.
shit was fucking tits, bro. Some
Yeah.
titty ass boudin.
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 That's just fun to say.
Yeah, and
Break it down in Boudin.
and then so I realized like I do appreciate a good Cajun accent. It's like it's a weirder kind of hillbilly accent, right?
Right.
But whenever I left Lafayette this morning on an airplane, the captain comes on with a Cajun accent, and I don't know why, but that didn't make me feel very comfortable.
Wait, no, I don't want you. I don't want
You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
want my life in your hands.
Yeah.
Like, I want to eat.
I
your
don't feel like that's
food.
the
I want to do it.
best.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've heard people tell you like, "Oh, you hear a woman captain." Like, what's wrong with that? Like, but for some reason, a Cajun captain kind of creeped me out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I'm about to ride the damn thing on that.
Wow, out there.
Otherwise, I would just boom higher.
Should be clear cut
Boom
out
higher
in
there.
Atlanta. We'll get in there about 11 o'clock.
A little hot laying there right now.
But But yeah, that one was kind of iffy, which made me kind of think like, what would you think your favorite accent is?
My favorite accent.
Or here, let me put it to you this way: what would you think is the most? What accent would you want to have? And then also, what accent, if you could pick an accent for your partner to have, what would you think would be like a sexy accent?
Not like. I mean, because I did the Australian thing,
Yeah.
so
What was his name? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
yeah. I like the Australian accent, and that falls into New Zealand. Kind of hits into a little bit of the English, anyways. The proper English accent, anyways. But it's nothing crazy. Accents is weird. It's hard to like be like, oh, that was a really cool accent. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a feeling about that.
See, I think a French accent on a woman would be pretty sexy.
Yeah.
As long as when she looks at my penis, I don't hear the word petite come up. You know? I don't know. It's a petite.
It's my petite.
Um,
Unless she's happy about it.
yeah.
Oh, it's petite. Oh, good.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I feel like I don't know. I feel like a good German accent would be cool.
Maybe an Irish woman accent would be fun.
Oh yeah, get a little lassie.
Yeah, get a lassie in
Yeah,
there.
that'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know.
Then I feel like she's gonna kick my ass too, but she's
Oh,
probably not. But
I was thinking more like that for a Russian chick, a Russian or German chicks.
yeah, Russian. I mean,
A Russian chick or a German
how many
chick?
James Bond movies you watched?
Yeah.
Them Russian girls. Yeah. Oh, I might have to go. I'm switching Russian.
Yeah.
Yep, switch
Oh,
Russian.
Oh, you want to get your ass kicked?
Yeah.
Huh?
No. I don't. Hey, you just want that strong female, you know.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, no, I do like. It's just fun. I mean, I think everybody likes an accent, and it doesn't matter where you go. It's just like, oh, it's fun because it's different.
Yeah,
You know?
and my biggest thing, so accents are cool to me, but as long as it's not so thick that I can't fucking understand you,
Right.
because that's where I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like Jamaica, it was so hard understanding some people,
Oh yeah.
and English was even their first language, and I just like, and then even fucking Louisiana, a lot of those people, their Cajun's so thick, it's like I don't know, like yeah, sure, what? I don't know what I
Yeah.
agreed to, but I'm just gonna smile and nod because I'm tired of saying what. And a fucking another thing, if somebody says what to you, don't say the exact same thing in the exact same tone at the exact same volume at the exact same pace. You know what I mean? Like, it means that they didn't hear you or understand you. Slow it down and speak clearer. Like,
Well-
I've so many times somebody be like, no. Like, what? And I'm sorry, what was that? I still didn't hear you. Like, fucking, I have a banana. There you go. Just clear it up, you know? Like,
Yeah. In my profession, I deal with some Spanish accounts.
yeah.
In Indian.
Okay.
Spanish is not too bad. Like,
Right.
Sometimes I work through that. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm not understanding what you're talking about. And then they'll switch and try to describe it
Right.
when they're trying to describe the product or whatever. The Indian guy talks fast as lightning.
Right. Yeah.
And he's been here forever. So it's like half broken English, but he can speak fine. It's fine English. But like sometimes he just goes so fast. And I'm like, I think that's how their language goes. So when they're speaking, and I don't even know what Indian language is.
The only one I'm
It's
aware of is
like-
called Tamil, but I think that one's not even that big one.
Yeah.
Big a one.
I don't know what you call that, if it's just Indian or if there's a name to it. Not to be mean or anything. I just don't know. I think that comes fast. And when he's speaking English, he's like, when he's just like rattling stuff off, I'm just like,
Oh, it's Hindi.
oh, Hindi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard that before. So,
Yeah.
it's just fast.
Right.
So, and then if you hear Hindi, because now that I know what's called, if you hear Hindi on like a YouTube video or something like that, like it is fast. It
Mhm.
is fast when they're talking. It's fast.
Well, and it's even
And I
like
think that's the one thing with the English language. Like our words are shortened and probably we think are easier to say. When they say a sentence, it's longer to say the same thing,
right,
but they just say it twice as fast as we do.
right, and I always thought it'd be cool to learn Spanish, especially because
Yeah.
it's kind of you might as well call it our second language in this country.
Well, 100%.
And I always thought it'd be cool to learn it, but I still have a feeling like it'd be hard for me to understand because even to me, Spanish-speaking people usually speak Spanish faster. At least like whenever because I don't understand it, it sounds fast to me. Maybe if I understood the words, it would be easier for me to pick them out and like catch up,
Right.
But I understand a little bit, so I'm always like trying to like. I'm like I don't know. Wow, I couldn't even pick out like one word.
Mm.
I didn't even hear like an L in there.
All right. I always mess with some of my accounts. They'll be like talking and they start laughing. I go, oh, yeah. And they'll go, wait, you understood that? I was like, no, I have no idea what you said. And they're like, you son of a bitch. We thought you could understand. But then they're on their toes the whole time. So, maybe he actually does.
Dude, I think that would be so
And
awesome.
He's messing with us.
That would be so awesome. Because I am very sure there was this. Whenever I got to, where the fuck was that? That was in Arkansas, and I found this little Mexican restaurant, and you could tell it was very specific Mexican like region, or area, and I found like the good one because the food was fucking dope, right? But there's probably like 16 dudes at the bar. You could tell they just got off work. They're all hammering beers. They had the music playing over the speakers, and they were getting into it. Like all of a sudden you hear them go, ay, like they're all going fucking crazy and shit. And then there was this dude sitting at a booth behind me, and I kept hearing him just say the word pig, like actual English language pig, and like he was talking towards me. So I'm pretty sure dude was calling me a pig, So it's like, I wish I could understand Spanish a little more so I could figure out what other fucking words he was saying. But then again, it's not like I'm going to do anything because it was me and then 30 other Hispanic people, So I probably feel like if I'd have started some shit, I probably would have, it wouldn't have ended well for me.
Maybe he's talking about, maybe he just had some good pork tacos and he's talking about the pig,
I don't think that was the case.
Yeah, because that's not the word for it.
No.
But why would he say pig either? Because that's not their word. It's
Well, 'cause
picoro.
I think he wanted to. I think he wanted me to hear it.
Yeah,
Like I said, I think he was talking at me.
gotcha.
And he was definitely drunk too. Like you just tell he was drunk. But so I just sat there and ate my tamale and enjoyed myself. Had a jumbo margarita and went along my merry way.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Sometimes it's better not to know.
Well, and I'm not one of those guys where it's like, what the fuck did you say about me? To start shit. I'm not a hothead. So it's like, okay, cool, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm in from out of town. I'm never going to see you again. So what the fuck do I care your opinion about me?
Right.
So just, whatever.
Why
I'm
do
a
you
pig.
even have opinions?
So what? I'm a
Yeah,
pig.
it's
Whatever.
fine.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so that was my week. Just traveling around, getting called a pig, listening to accents and shit.
All the accents.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Trying to think of what else went on this week. I lost in fantasy football, so that's always a depressing thing to do.
Yeah. Time for the real football to start.
Yeah.
The real fantasy to start.
Yeah, it's still early in the season for us
Yeah.
too. I've only lost 2 games thus far. I'm still 4th in the league, so
Week 6 is kind of when it starts, I feel like, ramping up, where
Yeah.
injuries start happening, bye weeks start happening, and everybody's starts scrambling.
and we have 2 teams that seem to be getting every time a player has a breakout game, it's like, oh, of course it's on that person's. Oh,
Right.
like your wife's one of them. It's like, oh, of course, that running back that just scored 40 is on Steph's team, and then AJ's the other one. It's like, oh, of
Yeah.
course they got a fucking blowout. So they're blast. But I think they both also already have a loss too. Nobody's undefeated right now, so
No.
So it's not like anybody's running with it. They're eating up points in their wins.
Yeah, I mean, when you have the most points for and the least points against, you know your time's coming. Like, you got a reckoning coming that somebody's coming in and they're going to start slapping around. And you got to look at the middle tier people. That's where I'd be sitting.
Yeah, the middle
Where
of the mall
the-
shit.
The comeback starts rising up because it could be tough schedules and it could
Yeah.
be things like that start working their way out.
And
for
none
some
of it
your-
matters till playoffs anyway. So.
Yeah, right. Until some of your players figure it out. And exactly. It doesn't matter to playoffs. All you got to do is make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And there's when we only lose 2 teams, and we know who those are going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least one of them for sure. We don't know who the other one's going to be, but
Yeah.
one of them for sure is gone. And it's just, you play the game. That's the fantasy football game.
That's what it is.
People need to trade, but that's it.
Yeah.
They should, but they don't want to. But they should.
Well, I don't know because nobody wants to trade their all-stars. And then, honestly, my bench I really don't give a fuck about till it's bye week. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the problem. Nobody's looking ahead. And I've looked ahead, and I've seen some people's benches. And I've seen some weeks when I play some people, and they are cleaned out.
Yeah.
And they have not looked ahead yet.
Yeah.
And they are going to be shitting their pants when they hit that week. And that's fine because there's one week I play somebody that's pretty good, and they are cleared out. Their lineup is like 4 players down.
Yeah.
And I guarantee they have no idea. So,
Right.
hey, it's fine.
Just play the game, man. That's how you play the game.
I offered you a trade. You refused it.
Or maybe even at that point, they don't give a fuck because they're like, well, one loss. As long as they make the playoffs,
and
you know.
literally, you can take one loss and it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry about your bye week. If your bye week,
Yeah.
like you can take a loss, you can take 2.
Yeah,
you
eat
can
a-
take 5 losses.
Eat a couple as long as you're fully stacked in the playoffs. That's all that matters.
Hopefully the winning team doesn't have the best record. Could happen, but
Yeah.
you never know what's going to happen. So it's end of year matchups.
Any
and
given
stuff.
Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, I think last year it was the person with the best record and the most points scored was also the winner. And
Yep.
he's shaping up so far to be the person with the best record and the most points scored so far. So it's like, God damn it, AJ, fucking stop it.
Yeah, well, I blame some people for that. But that's fine.
Yeah, you're sitting there doing that blackjack theory, like, well, if you would have hit, that would have been your queen and not mine.
Well,
And I never would have busted.
No, our draft was ridiculous, but that's neither here nor there.
Right, but still, you can't predict other people's actions or blame their actions on somebody else's windfall on that.
Well,
you know,
I got to pick number 10 last year, number 9 this year. So I'm gonna blame some shit because I'm always at the bottom, and the top stars don't get picked when they should get picked, and then he just gobbles them up. So, which I'm doing fine.
yeah,
I'll be up there.
yeah,
It'll be competition, and you never know what's going to happen. Somebody get injured and things change. So.
right.
But yeah, no, it's fun. Having a good time.
I mean, injuries happen. We already lost. The biggest fucking running backs haven't been playing for the last couple weeks.
Yeah,
We're talking Austin Eckler, Chubb,
Justin Jefferson's injured now.
Saquon Barkley was out for a minute. You know,
the number 1 wide receiver to go, Justin Jefferson. He's injured.
best
so-
quarterback in the league, Deshaun Watson. He hasn't played.
Yeah,
That's a joke.
and the Joku with his face burned off, still playing.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
You
I
see those
didn't
pictures?
even. I saw the picture. I didn't even hear the story. What happened there?
I think it was a barbecue grill or something like that. Like he turned it on, the gas was going, or it was one of those propane. It was a propane grill or whatever. It was
Yeah.
going. But it didn't light,
Okay,
and then he like opened it up, and then hit the igniter, and it just
that sucks.
and just like got him good.
Yeah, because like I said, I saw the pics, but I didn't even know what that was even about. And then I think I was.
I mean, he's lucky. Like, it seems like just kind of maybe first or second degree burn on his face.
Yeah.
But like he can still see, like nothing like
Right.
super major, just like a big hot flash to his face.
He can still
like,
play football.
like,
Like, what the fuck?
it doesn't look like he has scarring or anything like that. Like more just like roasted his skin real hard.
Yeah.
Like
It's a good flash, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't like fuel got on it and it was sitting there burning, trying to get it out. It was
Right.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, he played literally the next day, came with a mask and like played, and you just see it looks like his skin's like just like he burnt like 20 layers of his skin off, and it's like peeling off, and like it's not good.
Not fun.
Yeah, it probably hurts a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure it stings.
Why he's with a helmet on, sweating, and like doing everything.
Maybe some people like that, they use the pain as anger, and then they get pissed off and fucking murder people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it sucks, but it's probably more like a terrible, terrible sunburn than it is like a burn.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like it hurts, but it's not like the worst thing ever.
Right.
That's what I like.
I mean, obviously, because he's still playing football.
So you see his skin was like wrinkly and stuff. Like if you got really sunburned, like,
yeah, it's starting to peel and
like,
shit.
It definitely cooked a couple layers.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 20 layers because I think your skin's like so many layers deep. It's like 100 layers deep or some shit like that. Steve's got Google. It's like, I don't trust you at all. I don't trust me either. But I think your skin's like super.
3.
No, it's more than 3.
There's fucking 3, bro.
No,
I knew 100 was way off.
No.
Yeah, you have the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis.
No, yeah, but that's talking about it in a big chunk. Okay. So how many layers is the first layer?
I don't know, man. This one's saying 7 layers.
Okay, so you get a sunburn, you peel one layer off, then you're only 2 layers down to your fucking.
Well, that one layer's dead. It's gone. The new layer has replaced
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's not what I'm talking about. It's like there's layers to your burning and everything else.
I don't think there's 100
There's not
there.
3 layers.
There's not 100 though either.
Well, there's not 100 layers to steak either, but it takes time to get through it. If you cook one layer at a time and shave it off, is what I'm saying.
But you didn't sit there and shave it off and then get burned again, then shave it off and then get burned again, and do that 20 fucking times.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it's not like he's totally cooked.
Right.
Well, he is cooked, but his face got cooked a little bit.
I think he severely burnt the epidermis and probably has damage to the dermis.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you get 1, 2, and 3 third-degree burns.
Right.
It's because of the 1, 2, 3 layers of skin.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. You got her. You nailed her on the nail. Nailed her on the nail.
Sorry, but 100, I'm like, there's no way there's 100.
I mean, like peeling.
Right.
Like you got layers to this shit. I'm just saying.
I'll agree to disagree. Hey, if we have any skin doctors out there, any skin professionals, let us know.
How many times could you sunburn your top layer until you got to your second layer and peeled the skin off?
Like one, because you peel it off in that layer. But what I'm saying is, like, I get what you're saying. It's like when you peel it off, there's still more there, and then you burn it again. But you burn it, and then that layer dies, and then that's why it peels, because the other layer it's already replaced itself.
Well, how thick is each layer then? That's the next question, then, right? How thick's your skin, baby? Either way, it doesn't matter. Now we're just making the thing. 1 to 4 millimeters.
Dermis is tough but elastic support structure. It houses nerves, blood vessels, lymphatics, and cutaneous appendages. It is thicker than the epidermis, which is about as thin as a piece of paper.
Okay.
So, I don't know, man.
I know. Look, they got multiple layers on top skin. some icing in there.
It does look like a little
Looks like a
phyllo
piece of
dough
cake.
there. Does look like a little phyllo dough there.
Anyways, we'll get past that. But yeah, no, tough son of a bitch though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get your face burnt and you still want to put a helmet on.
Yeah, no matter how many layers of skin he burn or how many layers of skin he has, that still fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just agree on that.
We'll agree on that.
That's
There
all we
go.
need. That's all we.
Yeah,
You know.
I want to pick him up and start him just to be like, I don't care,
Yeah.
just because he's that tough. You know, going against one of the the second toughest defense in the league because we're number one.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of was gonna play a joke. You just got my boy. But
Yeah.
probably won't.
That's what we
because-
play San Francisco this week, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping our defense doesn't show up because I got 2 points guys on my fantasy team.
No, you're not allowed to say that ever.
Actually,
Fantasy can never trump home team.
you're right. You're right. And luckily, I have an easy
Yeah.
week this week. So
I bench players just so we do better. So the Browns do better. I am all about that.
I don't think anything that I do on my fantasy league has anything to do with the Browns either. So
Well, obviously not, but
yeah.
oh yeah. Anyways,
But I get what you're saying, where it's like, oh man, I hope he has a good game, but like, the way I always put it is like, I hope the guys on my team, on my fantasy team that are playing against the Browns, have a great game, but I hope the Browns have a better game than those two people did.
Yeah.
You know, hey, they don't have to score touchdowns; they just got to get yards, right?
right.
You know what I mean? Give my ball carrier a shitload of yards, but no TDs. Stop them in the red zone. That's all we need,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
not fucking give them yards. They don't need TDs. You can still get points on yards all day.
So
So,
I'm gonna switch up the subject.
yeah.
I got a couple stories for you.
Ooh, story time.
I heard from another podcast,
Yeah.
and I thought I had to bring them on the show because they were just too good.
They're just too good.
My wife actually said, "You need to listen to these, and you need to bring them on the show." So I did.
You need to find a way to make money off of this because they're just too
It's
good.
good. Anyways,
Anywho.
first story comes out of Florida.
Okay.
I don't think we talked about this one before.
No,
We've thrown some stories out here and there.
Throw it out there. We'll figure it out.
So, a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old stole their mom's car
Okay.
and drove it 200 miles
It's a pretty good haul.
to try to get to California
Okay.
because the mom took away the daughter's electronic devices and said, "No, you can't have electronic devices anymore." And the brother goes, "I'll get you out of here."
So they ran to California?
Yes, and they stole the mom's car. Straight up
Um,
jacked it. They got 200 miles away. The mom calls the cops.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
First off, my car's stolen. Or maybe first off, my kids are gone. I don't know which
Yeah.
one she said first off to.
What priorities where's her priorities lay, right?
Second, my kids are gone. I don't know what's going on, but they're
Right.
gone. So now the cops think we got a kidnapping. We got a kidnapping. They stole the car. They took the two kids.
Oh,
They're
okay.
gone. Child abduction. Gone.
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're like, would your kids have taken the car? It's like, no, they don't even know how to drive.
So this goes to show you how far your vehicle can get
Yeah.
before the cops find it. It took them 200 miles.
Yeah. Well, I wonder.
And how impressive is that?
I wonder how much of a head start they had before the mom found out they were gone, though. Too, like, did they
Probably a little bit.
they get in? They give them an hour.
Doesn't sound like a good mom.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a good mom. I mean, maybe she's a great mom. Maybe everything.
Right.
She was took their electronic
shit
devices
kids.
away, or
Yeah.
she was trying to punish
Sounds
them.
like she's trying to be a good mom if she's limiting
Yeah.
their screen time.
Yeah, I'm not. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't.
Right.
I should never say that because you don't know. You don't know the situation.
Yeah.
But it's coming out of Florida, so right there, my assumption goes to.
and I mean, I'll even throw this out for an example. Like, I feel like I'm a decent dad, but when we come down here and do podcasts, nobody's watching my kids. They could have gotten in the car as
They're
soon as we
gone.
started.
They took my car.
And
Oh,
yeah,
my kids are here.
well, they know where my keys are. Maybe I should start hiding them.
Yeah.
But if you think like, so even if a kid doesn't understand speed limits and they find a highway and they're just going highway speeds, that's I'd say 60 miles an hour average. That's that's already almost that's 60 miles into that trip in that 1 hour where she's got her back turned. Then you call the cops.
So
then they start looking. Then you get another hour. There's 120 miles already gone before they even think to look that far out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So the son was 10, the daughter was 11. The 10-year-old was driving the car.
That sounds like both my boys right now.
Could they drive a car though? I think they could drive it. Like, just take off in the car right now.
If they were forced to, or if they really wanted to, I think they would be able to.
Probably a lot of brake checking at the beginning, like, figuring it out.
Right. But I will say this is they're not too fond of vehicles, I don't think, at this point, because even at one point I was underneath one of them trying to find an exhaust rattle. It was when we had one of the FJs. I was trying to find an exhaust rattle. I'm like, Henry, get in the car, turn the key on, and then just hit the gas. He's like, no, I'm scared. I'm like, as long as you don't touch the gear shift lever, you're fine. Just don't touch that, because if you do, you'll run me over. Just don't touch that. Just all you got to do, turn the key on, and then just hit the gas. And he would not do it. So I had to like turn the key on for him, like just sit here and just do that. And I, pushed the, for him. And then he's like, oh, okay. So then he did it, but he was still like too afraid to kind of do it. But I feel like, if I wasn't around and somebody dared him, like one of his friends dared him to or some shit, then he probably would. I mean, they play the shit out of Grand Theft Auto. They already got the hands-eye coordination, at least,
Right. Well, I mean, if you do the gas pedal and brake thing with you can do that when you're on like Gran Turismo and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, get that whole set. I mean, they know what they're doing then, so
for
it'd
real.
be easy. But yeah, so a 10-year-old drove 200 miles before he was stopped.
That's pretty awesome.
It was 11-year-old sister in the passenger seat, like
Somebody get that kid a race car,
wingman. Right. Right.
Like, this kid's going places.
So the cops show up.
Literally.
The cops show up after they pulled him over, thinking it's like somebody abducted him. So guns drawn,
Oh, fuck. That's got to be scary for that kid.
guns drawn.
Yeah.
Ready to just like you just because child abduction's a huge thing. So like
Yeah,
guns
yeah.
drawn, like get the fuck out of the car, like probably like screaming at him, and then
Mhm.
here comes this 10-year-old car, like, oh, I'm sorry. Just
Yeah.
like, and then the cops are probably like, oh, shit, you gotta be kidding. How did a 10-year-old just drive a car 200 miles away?
Dude, that's bananas.
Yeah. All right. That's one story I got. The other story they talked about in this other podcast, it's a good podcast. Spitballers, check it out.
Okay.
The other one they talked about, I'll summarize this one real quick because it relates to this one. School bus driver got all dizzy and about ready to faint, blah, blah, blah. She fainted on the radio calling for backup, and there was a seventh grader. Yeah, seventh grader. So he's probably what, 11, 12?
Yeah, Henry's in 6, he's 12, so 12, 13 probably.
Yeah, chucked the backpack off, ran up there, slammed the brakes, drove it off the side of the road.
Nice.
Hero.
Hero of the fucking day, dude.
Hero. Next story I got that they were talking about that was just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Ladies out mowing the grass, minding her own goddamn business. So you know what? I'm mowing the grass. My husband's gonna be proud of me, or maybe she just enjoys mowing the grass.
Right,
And that's one of her things she does. I'm not taking away from male, female, whatever.
Yeah.
My
My mom liked to mow the grass because it gave her something to do,
Yeah.
clear your mind, go out for a walk.
a goddamn snake falls in her lap,
Ugh.
right on her arm. Snake immediately curls around her arms and starts snapping at her face.
Good Lord.
She's 64 years old. This is in Texas. It's biting at her face. Luckily, she has glasses because most of it was striking at her eyes.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if snakes are prone to that or whatever.
Oh, animals know the sensitive
Mm.
spots on other animals, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah. So
Everybody
what-
knows to go for the eyes.
So what happened was the article is called Hawk Drop Snake on Lady Mowing Grass. So a hawk was flying by,
Yeah.
dropped the snake. She's just,
So the hawk was like, I got lunch, and it picks the snake up, and the snake's like, fuck you, I ain't going down like this.
So the snake lands in her arms, biting her arm, trying to go out her face, but wraps around her arm.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets better. That hawk wants to come back.
Oh, fuck off.
He wants his dinner.
He forgot it. He was like, I didn't just drop it. I'm going back.
Yeah,
You know?
he wants he wants his dinner back. He might not eat for another week.
Right. He probably even thought if I drop this bitch, maybe it'll knock him out, and I go back and get him.
So she's freaking out. Got a snake on me. I'm like, you're probably flailing on your arm.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And you can Google this too. And there's actually a little video of her. it's hitting at her glasses and shit, trying to bite her in the face. The hawk comes down, trying to rip the snake off her arm, ripping into her arm and shit. So it's just like, what the hell is going on? She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know what's going on. Yeah. We just picked the top one or whatever. It doesn't matter.
I like this one because it's
A
called
10
Help
woman
Me,
is left
Jesus.
in bandages after a snake.
Peggy Jones says she hasn't been able to sleep much since the snake and hawk attacked her. Luckily, she didn't receive an infection or serious injuries, but she says this will scar her for life.
Yeah, look at this.
The wrap around Peggy Jones' arm covers the scars after a snake and
I hope they
hawk
show the blood
attacked
part,
her
so
in her
this-
backyard.
Her
was
face is
mowing
fine,
on our
but
property, and just out of the sky,
snake is just like,
out of the clear blue, a snake
Yeah.
fell to my arm.
Yeah.
She
Out of
says
clear
the
blue.
snake
Ugh.
held on tight.
I began
Well,
to
you see
swing
how
the snake
bad
off
her
my
arm is.
arm.
Yeah.
got
And he
beat up.
wrapped around my arm and just held on tighter. He kept striking in my face. He was striking my glasses.
The snake wouldn't back down.
Just started praying out, Jesus, help me. Please, Jesus, help me.
Jones got another surprise.
A hawk came down. He grabbed the snake and tried to take the snake off, but he didn't have a good grip. The hawk kept coming down. He came down about 4 times. He finally got the snake and took off with the snake. And I looked down and I was covered in blood. My arm was
Good
pretty
Lord.
tore up.
Jones' husband rushed her to the
Do you think
hospital.
maybe
You're just
I had venom all over my right eye lens of my glasses.
Even the doctors had a hard time believing her
Right.
story.
she got bit in the
They kinda thought
face.
I might have been on drugs because they asked my daughter and my husband what kind of
They thought
drugs
I
I
might
was
have been on
taking, but
drugs.
It was definitely no drug.
She believes the hawk is the reason her life was spared.
And I think that was God's way of
I saw that one coming from a mile away.
letting me live. And
Mhm.
because I couldn't figure out a way, the snake was not letting go of my arm.
That's
So what'd you do before that to get him to drop the snake on you to wake your ass up?
the God didn't drop the snake on her. Well, I guess God took over the hawk and went back because Jesus helped me, and Jesus heard, possessed the hawk, went back, got the snake off.
The hawk is the one that dropped the snake on you.
Because as soon as she said, I kept saying, Jesus help me. I'm like, I bet you that's a key part of the story because she's gonna come back and say my prayers were answered. The hawk came back. Jesus told the hawk, get the snake and rip it off of me. That's God's way of saving
Well, she
me.
said the hawk ripped her arm up too.
You know, you gotta break a couple eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah, I guess. There's venom on my glasses and stuff.
Venom on my glasses.
What a crazy ass story though. What
Dude,
are
that's
the
nuts.
chances? Like you're just on your riding lawnmower and all of a sudden, bam, snake hitting it. Oh, the snake's gonna wrap up. It's like I want something solid. I'm gonna wrap up because I don't know if I'm falling again or what's going on. She's probably like and then like snake's like psh, psh, hitting glasses. Thanks God she's got glasses
yeah,
or it's
yeah.
eating eyeballs.
Right.
And
Or
then
getting venom in your eyes.
you're like, son of a bitch, and then here comes a hawk just like
You got the whole wild kingdom just battling it out on your arm.
yeah, just right on your arm. I'd probably get a sweet ass tattoo right there. I'd
A
be
big fucking snake
anything
wrap
else.
around.
I'd have a hawk coming down my arm with a snake wrapped around my arm. Just
Yeah.
be like if I hopefully had you probably have some scars and shit. from
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you
Just
get,
be
like,
yeah,
Get the hawk up here on your shoulder with the wings kind of up around your chest and wrapping around on the back, and then his little talons. You got the snake that's wrapped around your arm.
But I feel like she froze in that moment. If it was like I probably would have grabbed that snake immediately with this hand
Yeah,
and wrecked my lawnmower in a ditch, but murdered that snake at the same point, and then the hawk would have flew in after
Honestly,
I
I
was
feel like
like
I'm-
rolling down a hill dead probably.
I'm jumping off the mower too.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I don't want to. This is a dangerous situation.
Just bailing
Stop
up
this
the mower.
immediately. I'm punching this.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking bailing off the motor, swaying,
Biting
Just-
this thing's head off.
This arm just will not stop moving.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably fling the snake back up into the air, in which case the hawk can catch it, and it'll give me a little wink, like, "Hey, thanks for throwing that back.
Gotcha, bro.
Thanks for throwing that back,
Yeah.
buddy. I got my lunch now."
And then would it be a news story?
Yeah. Well, I'd still.
You
I'd
had to
still
get
talk about it.
mutilated a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, it'd be cool.
Yeah, because then if you didn't have any scars or anything, people would be like, what drugs?
Sure, buddy.
What drugs is he on? You know, they'd ask that
Yeah.
drug question again.
Because I'm not gonna have glasses on, but I'd have some shades on. So still, that snake wouldn't have
Yeah.
penetrated my eyeballs. But
Yeah, actually, this is weird. I mow in safety glasses because whenever I mow, I usually weed eat first, and I have the safety glasses
Yeah,
on, and then I
yeah.
forget that I'm wearing them, and so I'm usually mowing around with safety. So that'd have been cool. Anyway.
you're ready for snakes to get dropped
Yeah.
on your lap? It don't
Fuck
matter.
it, yeah, they're anti-rated and everything, dude. Like,
I feel like
I got my PPE on.
I feel like
you
I
know?
immediately want to kill that snake and eat it because I'm like, that's a
Yeah.
gift. Like it just dropped in my lap, just what, and then eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
help me, Jesus, help me eat this snake,
What a wild story, right?
dude. That's bananas.
Dude, like you're just minding your goddamn business, mowing
Yeah.
the grass.
Yeah,
Her husband apparently, maybe he was weed eating. We'll say he was weed eating.
or maybe it isn't working. That she just, she likes to mow or whatever.
You know, a lot of women love.
Maybe she's single
A lot of women love to ride in lawnmower. I think.
because of the vibrations.
No, they like to take that. on. They
Maybe that's what it was.
like-
She was getting too much pleasure from the vibrations. God wanted to punish her for a little bit. Here's a snake. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was sinful. Help me, Jesus, help me." And he's like, "Okay, you learned your
Yeah,
lesson."
quit thinking about your neighbor. Here's a snake.
Yeah.
And now a hawk.
There's no diddling on the lawn.
But that hawk, the hawk coming down, like the snake for one. All right, like you just be like, oh, maybe just crawled up on my arm and it. No, it had to be fall. Like it
Right.
had to fall. That's not
just fucking slaps right in your lap.
Yeah, like
Yeah, dude, that's fucking wild.
that's wild.
That
But yeah, I heard that today, and well, my wife heard it first, and then she sent it to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta share that.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
that's a good story.
So be careful when you're out there mowing your
Yeah,
grass.
yeah,
You
yeah.
never know when a snake's gonna fall on you
Check
and
the
try
skies.
to bite your face.
Check the skies.
Carry a weapon while you're mowing.
Your bus driver story actually recalled a news story I heard this week of another bus driver. This is one I thought you were going to talk about, actually. As soon as you started saying, like, okay, I saw this. This one's pretty fucking good. Like another 70-year-old woman bus driver was driving her kids to school, chugging a White Claw.
Nice.
And then, like, I don't know if one of the kids
Not
probably,
nice, but you know. Sorry.
I don't know if one of the
I'm sorry,
kids
that's not nice at all, but yeah.
call the cops or whatever. They pull her over, and so it turns out she had no idea that there was alcohol in it. She thought she was just grabbing like a drink out of the fridge, one of her roommates' drinks,
A little energy drink maybe or something.
something like that. And I do kind of believe this because she's currently going through chemotherapy because she's got cancer.
No.
So I don't know too many people that would be willingly drinking. Well, I mean, I guess I do know some.
I don't know, because if you're going to that, you're just like, fuck it.
But I also feel like I feel like
If she's 70, I don't, yeah.
the kind of person that would be drinking on chemotherapy would not also be the kind of person that's a bus driver for children in the first place.
drinking a White Claw.
Maybe like a Greyhound. You know what I mean? Or if she was drinking it on purpose, wouldn't you put it in a tumbler?
No, yeah.
I do believe that was an honest mistake. Either way,
do believe
so
so,
the
too.
cops also bought it too. They didn't press charges, but she got fired. So like that still kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, she's 70. She's probably just doing that to do something. You know what I mean? And like, more power to her. And
No, I don't think anybody in their right mind would think like, "Hey, I'm going to get away with drinking this White Claw on a bus full of
wide
ladies."
open? No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah, because it was
No, she did it on accident. I'm saying she
okay.
100% did it on accident.
yeah.
I feel like she probably just didn't know, and she probably saw cranberry, and she's probably like, "Oh, this is a nice little soda
Right.
or energy drink or something." Like
Right.
she had no idea, and her roommate, I don't even know what that means at that age. So there's probably never alcohol in that place for the most
Right.
part with their age. Yeah, and who would just like? She probably has to sit in her cup holder like for
Yeah.
everybody to see. Like parents
Well-
dropping off the kids, like.
What the fuck is that?
I didn't like Claw.
And she's even sitting there like, "Hi,
You know what?
hi, see you later." And she's like raising her can up
Yeah.
and taking a sip. Like, what?
And most of them are probably like, "You go, girl. You just go. You're gonna have your one today. That's fine.
I'd be drinking too if I had to deal with all those little shits.
You got cancer. And you deal with our kids. You know what?
yeah, yeah.
You know what? That bus is bulletproof, right?
Right,
You're
right.
fine.
Yeah, they all wear seatbelts.
You're a
on
mile away from the school. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no.
No, I mean, No, terrible. I would think 100%. There's no way she
Yeah.
would just openly.
Well, and then also
Well,
the first place my mind goes like, well, there goes chemo for her because she lost her fucking health insurance. She just got fired and shit. Like,
Yeah, I think the school will be sensitive about that. And then if they weren't, and people weren't,
obviously aren't they?
Hey.
Fired her.
no, listen. If they weren't, GoFundMe right away,
Oh yeah,
and she will have.
she's probably already got $50,000 in a GoFundMe
she
right
will
now.
have $2 million by next
Yeah.
week. So
Either that or somebody started one saying they're going to give it to her and they're just going to embezzle that money on hookers and blow anyway. So either way, there's some money that should be going to her, whether it goes to her or not. I don't know.
I mean, if it was an honest mistake, and it sounds like it, because
Yeah.
who would just be like, I'm getting on the school bus. Hey, kids, get the fuck in the back.
Well, and honestly too,
I'm
like
still doing my job today, but hell with you.
honestly too, I mean, I could get. It's hard to make the mistake if you go to a gas station, I think, because they're, all the drinks are separated. You have
Right.
your alcoholic beverages and like these 4 stalls, and then everything else, because there's usually then sodas, juices, coffees, they're all separated. So even then, at that point, sometimes you got to look
She's 70? You said she's 70. Right?
something like that. She was old, but still, like they make them all look so much the same that it's hard to differentiate them if you don't know.
Right.
Like,
Well, our parents are getting close to 70, right? So, like, if they were like, not drinkers, they've never really drank. Like, I could see my mom doing this.
yeah,
No offense to my mom. She's getting to know some of these drinks a lot more, but in her older age. But it's
she was 60, but still,
like, that's like my mom. My mom's 60 years old. Would open a fridge and see cranberry in a white can and not know there's any.
and I would even say like, look at her, she's definitely going through chemo.
Yeah.
She looks kind of innocent. And she's crying, I mean, but everybody.
If you
can put
see
on tears, too,
cranberry or raspberry and you see a White Claw, and you're not really paying attention, you just
Yeah.
grab it and you think it's like an energy drink or some kind of seltzered water or something. I mean, yeah, it says hard seltzer on it.
but still, like,
Should you know? Yes. But
blame.
if you're whatever, I mean, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't blame her. She didn't hurt anybody.
True.
No, don't drive kids around and drink. I don't think that was her intention.
Don't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
That face she was making, like she was like crying
Yeah.
terribly.
Yeah.
Like that, she felt bad.
You saw remorse in those eyes
Yeah,
for sure.
I saw remorse right
So yeah, like, I don't think she did it on purpose or anything, but it still sucks. Yeah.
Well.
She's actually really lucky that they decided not to press charges, though, too.
there. I say that GoFundMe is going to get ridiculous.
I would never be able to use that defense.
I think White Claw's probably going to come in and be like, "I'm going to get $1 million
But,
right now."
I
Oh
would-
no, no,
you wouldn't be able to use that defense.
hell no.
I wouldn't be able to use that defense. There's no way we're getting out of that without any charges pressed. You
No,
know?
if I try to use that defense, I'd be like, "Wait, let me pull up.
I should have done that the last time I got pulled over. I don't know this middle drunk officer.
I was drinking these things that were energy drinks.
It was
right?
light. That means that it's like water, right?
Well, there's booze in those, sir.
I thought that these was the non-alcoholic ones. I
Wait.
like your tie.
I like your tie. Did he have a tie?
I don't know, probably. State troopers wear ties, right?
Some of them. Yeah.
They got the funny hats.
You make shit up now.
I don't know. It's a bit.
It's a bit.
It's a bit. It's a bit. But yeah, man. I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about? You want to pull from the cup?
Are we pulling from the cup again?
Let's pull from the cup. Let's see what we got in here.
These are all ideas you guys sending us. Not.
These are all listener ideas. Thank you guys for writing in. It's a cool thing to do. Follow all the friends that wrote in, and you guys write in now too.
One day we'll get your feedback. And then I won't listen to it.
Oh, this one's kind of dumb.
I'm just kidding.
What's the best book you ever read?
Shit. I gotta go deep with that one.
You want me? I already know mine. You want me to go
Oh
first?
yeah, no, I know mine.
Okay, go for it.
It was called Fat.
Fat.
Yeah. And I can't tell you the author's name. And I can't tell you that I read the whole thing, but I skimmed a shitload of it. is a female author. Alicia. Used to be the chef there at the lighthouse after you left, like years later. It's about how.
Is that it?
I mean, that's not the book, but sure, yeah. It was a book about how fat's been misconstrued through our entire lives, and how they say like fat's bad for you, like don't eat fatty steaks, don't eat like natural animal fat. And she's like a skinny, normal woman,
Yeah.
and she wrote this book called Fat, and how people are afraid to eat fat, where it's kind of just like they're afraid because the government told us that, like, oh, eating like all this fat's going to be bad,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. But natural fat has like so much like
Natural fat's good for you.
shit that our body needs.
Yeah.
Like our body needs natural fat.
Right. I know we've actually
Or
talked
something
about
like
this.
that. We've talked about a
times.
ton. So I'm not going to get over it too much. And that's why we've talked about it so much, is
Yeah.
because I read that book. So
Right.
that's it. Yep.
That's
What's yours?
Mine is Fight Club
Yeah, I figured.
by Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Doing another one.
I read it on an airplane. Why don't we both do one, or just?
Last time we only did one.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do another one. then.
Okay.
And then we'll be having a damn good time.
Yeah.
This one's long.
Long boy. Can you
What-
read my handwriting?
Yeah. What app takes up the most of your time?
Oh.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Easily TikTok now.
Yeah.
It used to be Facebook, but now it's TikTok.
Yeah.
I never got much into Instagram or Twitter or anything. I'm gonna have them.
Right.
I check them every once in a while, but definitely TikTok is consuming my life right now,
Yeah.
and I kind of hate it because I'm just like, why do I want to watch all these short videos?
Because they're awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's funny. Like I skip a lot of stuff, but like I find something interesting. I'm like, oh, this is good. It's just short bursts of information that's
Yeah.
just like blasting in our heads. It's weird, and I think back like to when we were kids.
Yeah.
So like your kids now, right? Your kids got. I don't know if they have TikTok.
They
yet,
don't.
right?
But they watch YouTube Shorts. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Same thing. Holy crap. Like, it's just short information just bursts in your head.
Yeah.
And a lot of it can be inaccurate if it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
just
short
weird.
short attention span bullshit
Yeah.
for sure.
But I love it,
Yeah.
and it's not good.
That's
I mean, it's good, it's not good. You know what I mean?
the one that I frequent the most is called iFunny, and it's more of a it's literally just random memes, or they do screenshots of like Tumblr posts and Reddit shit and
Yeah.
different forum stuff. So there's some of it's a little more long form, but mainly it's still quick bursts of information. The only reason I do that one more is because I like, if I'm watching TikTok, I like the volume up, and I don't like to be the volume up guy with a phone if I'm in public. You know what I mean? So if I don't have headphones on or some shit, or if I'm in there, if I'm taking a shit, you know, and you pull out your phone, you need something to do while you poop, I don't want like speakers blasting in the fucking in the stall.
Sure.
So I'm not. I don't know. I've never been one of those people where like, if my phone's loud, if you can hear my phone, then I'm being disrespectful to you. That's just my fucking dumb brain. So I do that one because there's usually more pictures, less videos, and there's no sound to it. So that's why that one. But then also, like, if I'm sitting in my hotel room, it's usually more TikTok. Like if I'm by myself, TikTok. If I'm in public, iFunny. So
iFunny.
iFunny.
Yeah, the short attention or the short video clips, like getting crazy with it.
Yeah.
It's funny how your algorithm gets built and like weird shit gets built.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I watched a video on a guy like surviving in the wilderness for too long, and then I just got plagued with
Right.
those videos for a while until whatever. And then of course, since I'm a male, it's gonna be some chick shaking her ass no matter what's gonna
Yep.
pop up eventually.
Yeah, because
Because they're like, nah, this is what you really want. Because this is what every guy wants. Trust me. And it's like, it doesn't matter how fast I skip it. Every once in a while, they're like, "Nah, you want?"
'Cause I know-
booty again.
I know there's got to be good looking dudes out there doing stuff, but they never pop up on my feed, obviously, because
Mhm.
they're targeting me as a man,
Right.
throwing me all the chicks, and then of course, since I stay on those ones, they're gonna keep feeding them to me. So I was always wondering, like why don't you ever see like hot dudes doing stuff? And yeah, I don't
Check your wives.
yeah. 'Cause sometimes like we'll sit there, like if I'm on a roll, if I'm on some good funny ones, she'll like lean over and look at my phone, or I'll like look at hers, and then every once in a while there's just the buff dude chopping wood, and I'm like, okay, like there's the
got
lady
it.
porn,
They
you know,
got it.
there's
They
the,
got it. Yeah.
that's their version of girls in bikinis shaking their asses to the coolest new song is some hot dude chopping wood.
Yeah. Oh, dude, chopping wood.
Yeah, big old buff guy swinging an axe. You know,
No, yeah, they got the algorithm down. They got our cookies.
they know what we want.
They got our microphones. They know what's up.
Whatever. I'm so tired of people like it's a police state and blah blah blah. Like they're spying on you. Like what are they?
It's not just.
I'm not
here.
that
It's
cool enough.
Everybody in the entire world are gathering info on, so they
And
don't
then-
give a shit.
And then once a week, I sit here and I tell you all my darkest secrets. Anyway,
Yeah, we talk about the dumbest shit ever. So, and we post it for all of you to listen to.
Yeah.
The entire world. Hey, you know what? Entire world, check us out.
Actually, real quick. Speaking of spying on you,
Quit spying on me.
I heard of a fun thing. Is it Amazon that owns Ring?
Blink. Amazon owns Blink.
Well, is that like the Ring camera though? Is that their version?
Same
of it?
thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, either way, I heard that Amazon was looking to hand out money to allow them to have direct access, not like they already don't, but give them full permission to your camera, so that they can have AI scour through data to see if they can find evidence of UFOs. Which you're like, oh, that's cool. And if your camera captures evidence of UFOs, they'll give you money, or you win a prize or some bullshit. And that sounds cool, but the person that was talking about it was like, yeah, that's just so that they can have access to your camera. And everyone's like, why? It just faces out the front door. And like, well, think of it. They own the delivery system. There's my AI on mine, which is owned by Amazon. It already lets me know when a package is delivered. So it gives them, first off, the ability to spy on their own employees, which I think is like, that sounds very Amazon of them.
Yeah.
Used to work for them. I know exactly where their cameras and how they work and all that bullshit. And then, so first off, direct access to seeing that their routes are being done. Secondly, they can spy on UPS and FedEx and all the other shippers to see how their routes run and shit, and see how maybe they could do their job better. I'm like that is 100% what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Hey, we all watched the Batman Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
Give access to all the phones. We can get 3D imaging through
Yeah.
all the building. I was like,
He can have sonar bat vision,
sonar bat vision.
just like a bat.
And that's what Amazon wants.
Yeah.
Take over the world.
I'd even say damn you, Jeff Bezos, but he's not even in it anymore, right?
I have no idea.
I'm sure he sits on the board. He's not, I don't think he's like CEO or anything.
He's still a billionaire. That will never not be a billionaire, and his future spawn will not be billionaires
Yeah.
until. I mean, he made a kingdom basically.
Right.
Go buy an island, and just build a kingdom on it.
His yacht's practically the size of an island.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But
His yacht has 17 houses and
Yep.
whatever he wants.
I think it's funny. Whenever his wife divorced him, she immediately became like the second richest woman in the world.
Not woman, just richest person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely. Well, no, because she was probably in the top 10 of richest persons.
Right.
But on the ladies scale, she was like number 2 or some shit.
Yeah.
So,
Now the woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
but yeah, man, I think that's all I really got to talk about this week.
All right. Well, I had a damn good time, sir.
You know what? I also had a damn good time. Fucking
Mhm.
imagine that. We
Thank-
hope you guys had a damn good time too. Click like and subscribe. Do all the things. Share. As Cody likes to say, share with your grandma.
Yeah, tell your grandma about it.
Tell Nana what's up.
She's
She'll
gonna
like it.
love us.
Yeah.
She's gonna love us. She'll think we're a little weird at first, but then I tell you what, she's gonna fall in love.
Yep.
We bring chocolates.
All right. Well, I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
We love you guys at home.
To a damn good time.
Check you next week.